We are. We're going to make a nice coaster. So, and this is quite simple. I'll tell you what I'm using because I'm going to use some of our stamps that we've got. I know we've got them in stock as well. So we're going to be putting on here, if I bring in the original and then you can see it. So you can see how simple and easy this is. It's really quick to do. And you can add your colours to it. I was thinking this would be nice if you were having an autumn wedding. You know, these would be really nice to put people's names on and things. So we're going to use, and I'll bring this in, this is from our Nature's Garden Thankful and Blessed stamp set. And there's a die in there as well. So you can stamp thankful and you can die cut it as well. So what we're going to do first of all, we're going to stamp this onto here first so we can gauge where we're going to put everything. So let's just pop our stamp on there and we will add our ink. Now bear in mind, I might have to just change, no, I thought it was right. The 6 inch, this is actually 6 inch, isn't it? Or is this 5?
No, 4.
No, it's 4, this one. Yeah, it's because the inches are going different ways. So 4 inch, that will just fit nicely over the coaster there. And so obviously we can use that. So, but you're not going to have much of a gap.
No.
So make sure that when you are lining it up, you get it bang on.
What ink are you using here?
I'm just using my black ink, my permanent one. So it's the waterproof dye ink. That's the one I'm using, the finesse one. So if you've got an acrylic block or your rocker block, you can use that as well. For me, I'm just going to pop this on because I'm pretty confident. It's not like I need to line it up like I do when I'm using something that's quite regimented. Yeah. So obviously I put that on there and I can just press that down. The great thing is about doing the logs like this, the log slices, if it goes wrong, you can turn it over.
Oh, exactly right,
You can do it on the other side.
Yeah.
Unlike, you know, like our paper and our cardstock that we use. Sometimes you can do that, but sometimes you can't. So let's just lift that up now. And there we go. Perfect. So we've got thankful on there. And then we're going to use, you've got lots of other sentiments on here. I'm going to use for the season. So we're going to pop that underneath as well. And again, I'm just going to line this up. Let's see, we can pop whereabouts we need it on the grid. So if I pop this on line with the little cross, I think that will be absolutely fine. Now this is like a negative one. So you've got the ink is in, the ink will be on the black bit and then the letters and the words will come through as like wood. So I'm going to pop it over to that side.
And these slices you can pick up fairly inexpensively, can't you, at your your cheapy stores?
Oh, yes, yes, definitely. I mean, sometimes you can just grab them online for like, you can buy a batch of 10 or a box of 10.
Yeah.
And you can buy small ones, bigger ones, mixed ones as well. So they're really useful to have. I mean, if you don't want to do the coasters, you can just make some of your own. So even use like, if you've got cereal packets or old boxes, just cut lots of squares the same size out of those and glue them together, and that will give you like a cheap, like a strong base.
You could use your mount board as well, I guess, couldn't you?
Oh yes, yeah.
It's
all about just being, kind of clever.
Yeah.
In what you use. Okay, so let's pop that onto there, and that should do us a nice little stamp on there that says thankful for the season.
Have you smoothed off the top of the wooden block before stamping, asks Little Bear?
No, it just came like that. It's lovely and smooth already. It tends to be the edge that's unfinished, but that's the beauty of it. But no, I think because it's been sliced on a machine, it then works really well. It's nice. And it's good. So the next thing we're going to do now is I want to pop the leaf on here. So I'm looking, I don't need to do the whole thing, and obviously it's going to overhang. So what I want to do is just pop it on the end here. So I only need to ink like half of it really. And then we're going to do the pumpkin. So the pumpkin will go here. and we can jiggle it about and just see where we want it. And then we're going to put a mask over the pumpkin to bring in the other one. And then so you can see there, that's how we've done that. So one is behind the other one. Okay, so, and I've already done a little mask here, which I've just got stuck on my my sheet, so obviously we can use that in a minute. So first of all, I think we will do the pumpkin first. Actually, let's do the pumpkin to make sure that that's in place. So we're just gonna do that one there, and it picks it up really quickly that way because we've already got the block that's quite thick, so it just seems to sit nicely under the little press actually. So let me just make sure that's kind of lined up like that, and then we'll go about there, press that on. So it's weird if when you're doing a mask, it sometimes plays tricks on your brain and you think, right, which one do I need to mask? So the ones at the front need to be masked. So it's always the ones at the front, so that then when you stamp your one that's going to be behind it, you're not actually covering, you're not going over this one. So whatever you want at the front is the one that you do first, and you mask first as well. And then obviously once you've got a little mask, you can actually just use that, wherever you want to. You can just put it back on your acrylic sheet and use it over and over again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop this here like that. I'll just move that, and we press that down onto there. And that will mean now we've got two pumpkins that are behind each other, like that. So it looks a bit messy until you take this one off.
There you go.
And then straight away you've got it. It's clever, isn't it?
Yeah, really clever.
I do love that. I do love that effect. But very often it takes a while getting it in your brain which way around you need to do it. So now we're going to pop this one on, and then we're going to do our little spider web as well. So we only need to ink half of this. And the thing is, because we've got the bark around the edge of the slice, even if you get black ink on it, it doesn't really show that much. So I have gone a little bit over that halfway mark, but it doesn't matter. So again, we'll bring this back in, and then we will just add that onto the end. If you did want the leaves to be behind the pumpkin, again, you could bring in your mask that we've just used and add that on there. And just create, so that the leaves are behind the pumpkins. But I didn't want that. I just wanted it to be just kind of on the edge there like that. And then, if you want to, and I thought it was nice to put the spider's web on, even though it's not kind of Halloween-y as such, a Halloween-y coaster, I think it just kind of sat right on there. And it could, of course, it's not symmetrical, this, so you can turn it round and decide which way it fits best. I mean, I quite like it like that, actually. So what we'll do is we'll just pop that there. And what the way I'm measuring it up is I'm getting the log slice like right underneath, evenly underneath the press, if you like, so that when I put the press on top, it kind of sits evenly over the top. So let's just get some ink on here now. And you can use the corner of the pad, just because it'll get in there just near the leg of the press. And then what we can do is just pop that up there on the edge, press it down, give it a good press, like that. And then we've got all our stamping done, like that.
Lovely.
So there we go. So now you've got your blank canvas, and then this is where you can start to bring in your colour. So I'm going to use my glitter pens, and I'm just...
And what pens are you using here? What are the best ones?
These are just the glitter markers.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just, and it's really quick, because obviously it's got the sparkle in there, it goes onto the coaster beautifully. You can use any of our paint markers if you like.
Yeah.
What I have done as well on the second pumpkin, I've actually added a bit of water and just blended it, so that it kind of goes a bit lighter. But you can do a lighter touch with the pen. So I'm going a little bit lighter now, not quite as heavy as I was at the beginning. But yeah, we can just do both bottom there, like that. It's quite quick. See, I'm not putting as much pressure on there now with the pen, so we're getting it a little bit of shading on there.
It's such a nice thing to do, isn't it? And not something we often see here on Crafters TV. So it's nice to think about bringing out these different mediums and creating different things as opposed to just creating cards, yeah?
Definitely, definitely. And what you can do as well, you can add a little bit of kind of green at the bottom, just so it looks like the sat. And then you can add a little bit of green on your leaves. And again, you don't even have to be careful, because what you can do is just put it on there really, really quickly. And if you do lighter strokes, you get a different effect. Or you can water it down so it's even lighter, and then you can add some brown on there as well, which is quite nice. So let's just rub that onto there. I'm not squeezing any more of the paint out. I'm just doing it a little bit kind of sketchy or patchy. And then we can just add a tiny bit of brown to that as well, if you like, just to bring in that autumnal feel. So let's just do that. A little bit of brown at the bottom there.
Mm-hmm.
So you've just got a mixed leaf, which is quite nice. A bit of brown here and there, a bit green. And there you go. That's just a quick coaster. So yeah, so just have a go and see what you can come up with.